Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Zorn, and I'm an undergrad at Purdue University studying elementary education with a reading and STEM concentration, and I'm minoring in global studies. So you could kind of say with elementary education, there's multiple disciplines because we're not just teaching one subject. We're teaching math, we're teaching science, we're teaching English, we're teaching reading, we're teaching a bunch of different subjects. And with me, you could kind of say that I am focused on um, the younger grades. So I've worked with K through 4, but mostly with K through 2 is where I've been placed many times. And so I've been able to learn more about the younger grade levels and what the younger grade levels need teaching wise. So, yeah, we teach a bunch of different things. And with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and share my most iconic lesson in my discipline. So, something that is a big push in elementary education right now is Elkin boxes. So, this is teaching phonemic awareness to students. So, I wanted to take this sheep, for example, and I wanted to focus on how you would say sheep. So, you would say sheep, and how many syllables does that have? So sheep. So that's 3. So students would put a button or a pin or whatever you have in your classroom. You can literally use anything to mark the sheep. And so students are learning that how that word goes together, not necessarily looking at the letters in the word. So phonemic awareness is a definite focus on the aspect of not seeing the word. So phonics is more of seeing the word when you're teaching it, but while phonemic awareness is not. So we're working on this umbrella of concepts that you might need to do to teach elementary students how to be able to sound out the words. And usually you start this in kindergarten, first grade, and even up to second grade. You can work on this with bigger words. And you're working on what vowels go together, what sounds go together. With sheep, it's harder because the 2 E's make it hard because a lot of students, when they want to write it, they want to write 1 E. And it's working on sounding it out. So assessments is when you're doing an assessment for this, you're going to be drawing like dots into the boxes. You'll be doing informal assessments a lot, pulling students back, having them practice. It's a standard that we're working on with the students. It's something that you're working on with them daily, weekly, monthly, and it's going to be showing up on tests such as like NWEA, iRead, and others that help. It helps classify for disabilities and other subjects. So, what the original method for teaching this, you guys might recognize, is like clapping. So, sh, e, hand under the chin, sh, e, or tapping your foot. And I'm not going to show you my tapping the foot, but you just tap your foot like that. These are the original methods, and we're going to these boxes so students can visualize this a little bit better. So they can see you sounding out the word, that you can see this method, and it's important because students are very visual. They like to see what they're doing, but they like to have more than one method. And it used to be like you clap your hands, you put your hand under your chin to figure out those syllables, but now it's you're clapping your hand and you're doing the boxes and you can see what's going on, or you're tapping your foot. This allows for students to, I don't know, get a feel for how words work, the relationship between words, and that kind of stuff. So the reason for teaching phonemic awareness, we call this the umbrella strategy. So it's that first stepping stone, and it's really important for students to have this because phonemic awareness leads to better literacy skills, better reading, better skills for the students to have in their day-to-day lives. So we talk about definitely how we can affect students in the long run of how are they going to get a job in the future? If they can't talk, how are they going to do this? So you're looking at rhyming, peeling off vowels, and all of these other stuff, but phonemic awareness is this umbrella where it's using all of these strategies and students don't even realize it. The main part is fluency. Students are learning fluency without even knowing that they're learning fluency. Students are learning rhyming and onset without even knowing it, and then later we introduce those terms to the students so that they're better able to work with those and see those and identify vocabulary that they need to learn by that grade level. So it's really important for us to teach phonemic awareness to students because of that, and so that they're able to figure out that there's multiple meanings to words. There's English is hard. I mean, there's 3 there's. So students are starting to decode words, which is one of the main subjects and topics of English language arts in elementary level. So that's why it's important, and those are all of my slides. My last thought for this is that it's really important that we understand the direction education is going right now. So in elementary, we see a lot of reading and math and a big push for STEM education right now, and a lot of teachers don't know how to teach STEM in their classrooms, and knowing that this is a trend and these different subjects are being heavily pushed, it's important for us to understand these concepts and to work towards these concepts. I know myself, I wanted to add this STEM concentration because there's a big push for it, and phonemic awareness is another big push that's being pushed right now, and by the time I graduate, those are the things that are going to be required to teach in the classroom. And so I see phonemic awareness and literacy and language as this big push, and instead of fighting back, I want to learn more about it and figure out what it is. So as a student and as a future teacher, I think it's important to know about phonemic awareness and other subjects that are becoming a big push in Purdue and Indiana and even around the United States. So it was nice to meet you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.